All right. So today on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. We got my homegirl, Patrice.
Hey.
With Sweet Space Photos.
Yes, indeed. That's the business. Check
So
me
it's a
out.
hot day today.
Oh, yeah. It feel good outside.
Yeah, humid though.
Indeed.
Very humid, very humid. So we're going to get a cracker. Let's go to the beginning.
Let's go.
So originally you from Cali.
Indeed.
In Cali. So how that start? You know, tell us a little bit about that up front.
Military bred. Parents both was in the Navy. So that's how I came about in Cali.
So both parents?
Yeah.
Dang, yeah. That was really rough. So
I mean,
who watched y'all?
I mean, we had like, the village, the family, the godparents, all that, So that's really it. But we moved around a lot, so it was really, we had our own villages elsewhere,
Gotcha.
Everywhere we went, so.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. How many siblings are you? Did you have?
So I got 5 on my dad's side. I got 5 brothers, and I'm the only girl on my dad's side, and then I got a little sister on my mom.
Little sister. Oh, okay. So that's a big bunch.
So
yeah, y'all always raised together, or like so y'all all met up at different times in life.
So really, out of all 5 of my brothers, I only really met 2. Yeah. So, and that's my brother that's 9 months older than me, and then I got a younger brother. I think he's like 2-3 years younger than me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what was it like growing up with this, moving around with military parents? Not be able to, because I assume that you had friends, but wound up having to leave them. So that was always that coming and going. How was that transitioning for you?
It really wasn't hard for me. Like at first it was, because like, especially like elementary time, because that's like your weird stage as kids. Like kids just want to be bullying kids just cause or something. You never know.
Right.
But
kids.
Right. So it was just like, as I got older, I started realizing like just me being me, people, they used to come around me. So like I never had to really worry about making friends, but it was the ones that I wanted to actually be their friend. It was the ones that I had conflict with. So, but making friends, it was literally like on some humbug, like I'm sitting next to you at the lunch table because I ain't got nobody to sit with, or I ain't got nowhere to sit, and they, hey, I ain't never seen you before, and just talking and stuff like that used to just happen, or pass me in the hallway, or they noticed something about me, or it was just random stuff. How I connected with people. Like it's still friends from different places that I still connect with.
Because you're like, what all places like you've been traveling, like just from childhood to you right now?
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you how I moved through life.
Okay.
So life started in Cali, right?
Okay.
I still I don't really too much remember life in Cali because I was a baby then. And
San Diego, right?
Yeah.
San
Diego, California. And that's around the time, I was born 2 months before 9/11 happened. So it was a lot going on at that time. So nobody really remembers that too much for real, unless you do. But, so started in San Diego, moved to Jacksonville, Florida. I remember around that time, I was like 3, 4, then moved from Florida to Tennessee. Atoka, Tennessee, that's an hour from Memphis, if anybody heard from it.
So y'all stayed a year in Florida? About a year?
About a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
Most places that I moved to, we most likely stayed there for like 2 years. So
and they had to move, gotcha.
So went from Tennessee to Virginia, stayed there for 2 years. We stayed there for 2 years. And then moved from Virginia to, where was it? Was that Indiana? Yeah, because from Virginia, I actually spent a year back in Cali for a school year. So it was really Virginia, Cali, then Indiana, and then Maryland, and then now Georgia. Yeah.
It's a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
Good God. So you mostly like went to school for like what, a good 1 year school term, and then had to switch.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of
Maryland is actually where I transitioned from middle school to high school, and we left there my sophomore year.
Mm.
So I did 7th, 8th grade in Maryland.
In Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then you graduated here?
Yo, at Grovetown High.
That's crazy. Out of all the places you graduated.
Right? Come on. And mind you, I've been to like 3 different high schools. Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Just, I know that just probably wrecks your brain sometimes. You're like, I done been to Cali.
You
I
know?
done been a lot of places. And I graduated here.
You know?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it, but
It's not.
It's just, you would think just out of all the places you done traveled and.
But I kind of figured it though, because all of my family is here.
So it
like
makes sense.
we always was traveling back to Georgia, regardless of any place we were at. Like, we always traveled back to Georgia, so I kind of figured.
So mostly your family is here.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, your family tree, is it rooted here or is it rooted?
Yes.
Okay. So
Rooted
most of it is
here.
rooted here
Yes.
in the South. Gotcha. Okay. So even when y'all was traveling, y'all still was coming and doing the whole 9, but like summer vacations and things like that.
Family reunions, all that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Cool. So your experience down here in Georgia, like when you moved down here for the first time in Georgia, what was that experience like?
I was bored.
For your first time?
Like, cause I mean, around that time, I was still a child. Like,
And you was coming from
Maryland. And
yeah.
there's more things to do out there for like 14, 15-year-old. Like,
What they had out there?
Really the mall, honestly. But their mall, it was more like they had
attractions
a lot,
and stuff in there, yeah.
So it was like you wanted to go to the mall. You wanted your parents to drop you off at the mall for hours and they come pick you up when the mall closed. And like, that was the thing that we did outside of going to, the roller rink on the weekends.
Stuff like that, yeah.
On the weekends, chilling with your friends.
But Augusta has a mall.
It ain't nothing.
That's how you felt when you came here?
Yeah. Like, what is that? This is a hallway compared to Maryland. Like, what? Arundel Mills? Have you ever been to Arundel Mills?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, Georgia can't compare to that.
So you came. So I heard it from a lot of people when they moved down to the South. It was like it's boring, it's quiet. But Georgia has always been that. Like if it ain't Atlanta, or Atlanta.
That's it.
That's it. So it's like other cities are trying to make their ranks and their name and their claim and stuff like that, but they don't bring up enough financial economy growth to make people want to come there and invest money in the city. Augusta can have that. Augusta does have that, but Augusta moves in a different way. So it's like,
it's definitely here for sure. It's just not the right people got it in their hands
it's the like you just said, it's the people that have a little bit of power or have a little bit of money that can change things.
They made it, so they ain't trying to do nothing with it.
Their mindset ain't trying to do nothing more.
What was the point of getting it?
For the city. So, but that's how it be. That's how it be.
Yeah.
So, what high school you graduated from?
Grovetown High.
Grovetown High. How was that like?
I mean, it was normal to me. Like, it's a military school, and I've been in the military all my life. Like, I did JROTC throughout the rest of high school, and ended up going into the military after high school. So it was the same thing for me, academics, military, that lifestyle, like that structure.
So photography, that came during this time, or it came a little bit before?
It came before. That's when I was living in Maryland.
Okay.
Because their high schools, they're more advanced up north than they are down south. So really coming down here really kind of shook me because they didn't have stuff like photography and stuff like that down here.
Right.
So I did that my freshman and sophomore year in Maryland. And from that moment, and that was really, I just picked it just because I just wanted an art class. Like, I didn't want a regular art class. And that was all they had left. And the moment I did it, I fell in love with it. Like, my old page is still up. It's floating around there somewhere. But that's
That got you inspired. That's what's up. That what's up. And so just but like what like has it always been a thing that you want to do, photography, or just or it was just you were just inspired to do it, or it was just something that you just?
So I always knew like my thing was art.
Okay.
But around that time, it was really like what kind of art,
right?
Like what type, like. So when I did photography, it was really something like, oh snap, like it's something so simple, but everybody sees it differently. So what makes it special is that you caught it in this way, and we're seeing it from your eyes. Somebody might have not have saw it like that. So it was like a special thing to me, because it was like, dang, I really do see stuff differently than other people, and I get to be able to, physically, visually show that. And I've tried graphic design, I did painting, drawing, all that, but it was just something about photography. Like, I could do all of that, like, on a chill hobby type vibe, but photography, like, that was something that I got excited about. Like, even still to this day, like, even, like, he be here with me, like, when I be editing, like,
you get a thrill out of it, right? So question. All right, when it comes to, it's, we live in 2025 now. So when it comes to art, you have photographers, you have, different photographers. You have one that do it on their cell phones, iPhones, stuff like that. And you want to actually still do the camera work.
Right.
You actually have some people use their tablets, and I've seen that before.
Seen that too.
I've seen people use their laptop stuff.
Not finna be me, but hey, they do it.
Yeah, that's what they do. I've seen people do it.
It's a feel for everybody.
It's a feel for it. But mostly the most two that you mostly see now is the phone and the cameras. But the phone, do you think that the phone since they upgraded the cameras and the phones, gave them more apps, more filters and stuff like that, do you feel like, did that hurt the working full-time photographers in a sense? Meaning, like, because say like for instance, some people feel like, okay, I got a good phone, I don't need to hire no photographer, they be taxing, I could just take some pictures on my phone and just edit it on Facebook or Instagram, Snap.
I mean, yeah, you can do that. I mean, in a way, I say yeah, but if you really about your craft like that, I'm gonna say no. Because if you really about your craft, can't nobody touch that. Can't nobody mimic that. Can't nobody do that like you do that. Like, that's you. That's your touch. Like, you're the only person that can visually
do that.
You know?
Right.
But I mean, yeah, you can do the best of your ability to try to outshine somebody that really got it like that using that stuff. But nah, if it's in you, yeah, you can't mimic that.
Right.
You can't.
Right. And then it's originality, and just, you can't never take that away.
And that's really what's popping, being original. And a lot of people not seeing that. Everybody want to be like the next person. Ain't nobody thinking about being original. And low-key, the original people out here, we moving in silence and we get into it. Like, I don't know.
It's more identification with a person that's creative and original, that has an imagination. You gotta have imagination for one. If you ain't got no imagination, you're not gonna be creative. So that's
you
like
just copying the next person.
You copying the next person. That's what a lot of this generation going on now. It's more.
Yeah, and they think they doing something new. Y'all doing the same shit.
It's like they like it. Yeah. Especially if you haven't been anywhere, you haven't seen more of the world enough. True. If you stuck in your same area, like if you've been in Augusta or you've been in wherever your whole life, this is what you're accustomed to. You're not seeing more of the world. So your mindset is different than a person that actually done been out and has seen some things, but like, okay, I need to be here with a bright light set, or I need to be here. So I think mindsets has to change a lot.
And I be having to remember that, because I be out here talking to people, and I be around people that's born and raised here. Yeah. And I be like, bro, there's so much more to this shit. Like, you don't see what I see. Like, this shit could really be some shit. And they be like, man, it's just Augusta. And I'm like, nigga, no. Like, Augusta can really be.
It can really be something.
Come on.
And like, even when I first moved here, and I'm not from here, but just coming back to the city, as far as I used to stay around the city in Aiken, I live in Carolina. But the city has the potential to be the next Atlanta, bigger than Atlanta.
Come on.
It has all the tools. It has hotels, it has restaurants, it has the stadiums, it has the people. It's just the mindsets and the people that's over these platforms mindset. So it's like a lot of people don't want other people to get ahead. And then there's no unity in the city, which means that you got a bunch of photographers in the city. A lot of photographers ain't finna up the next one. They're not finna praise the next one. They're not finna
they
be
don't.
Like,
and that should be so sad. And I be like, bro, your shit is hard. Like, I'm gonna repost your shit and then come to my shit and they're like, that's what's up. I'm like, damn, Brody, like, show the same love. Like, we in this bitch together. Like, it's room for everybody. Like, why you
can't
doing me
take
like
pictures.
that?
You can't take everybody damn
You
picture.
know, like, I'm not even in this zone to even be like, oh, I'm trying to take his spot. I'm trying to take... No, nigga, I'm trying to do my own shit. I ain't worried about what y'all got going on. Y'all doing y'all thing. I can't do what y'all niggas do, so y'all do what y'all niggas do. Like, and y'all looking at mine and looking like, dang, you really hard. Like, I can't do what you do, or maybe you can. Who knows? But like, I'm not that type of person. But they really do be out here like that, and I be like, hold on, buddy, like, relax. Like, it's all good. Like, I'm not trying to
step on nobody's toes. I'm just trying to make a name for myself.
That's all. I just been in the cut and I'm ready to show face. That's all.
Right. So what made you want to step out now? Like you said, you've been in the cut for a minute. So like, what made you want to step out now and show niggas?
I had to look. If I had to show niggas, come on. But really I had to learn the area first. Like I had to know where I was at and the people and stuff like that. So I've been here for like 7-8 years, but really only started coming outside for the last like 2 years.
You sound like me.
Come on.
Yeah, I've been since 2018. They'll tell you.
See?
I've been out since 2018, 2019, and people barely see me out. You barely see me out because I'm always I'm in my hub. I'm in my studio. I'm working on my craft. I'm building, and it's like I don't have time to hang out. When y'all come to the studio, do y'all see me that much?
Nope. You be zooming through them motherfuckers.
Exactly. So, but and you see all the work that comes out by me doing that and all the stuff. So like even just us sitting in this is by me not being in here chilling.
Right.
If I'm in there chilling with y'all, none of this shit won't be here. Won't be get done.
That's
so it's like always keep that mentality far as like handle the business. Playtime.
You see what I got with me.
You always have it.
I always got it with me.
Always.
Always got it. And every time we in here, what you see me doing?
Editing.
Come on.
Always. And that's why I love that drive. That's the drive. But you got to have that drive.
Yes, and not a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I use it like my superpower. Like, I'm an insomniac. So I'm up at the wee hours of the night. I like to use it as my superpower. Right. So, like, I can go to the club, chilling vibe, but I know my limit. And I'm not going to be like everybody else and they still taking shots. Homie.
Right.
I got somewhere to be later.
And you got a brand to hold.
Come on.
Because like, say like, okay, you don't want people to be like, oh man, Treese the photographer, man, she was tore up in the club, boy. She was fucked up.
Can't nobody say that. Can't nobody say that. Ain't nobody ever seen me like that.
Right.
I don't never go outside like that.
Right.
Because even then, I'm coming outside like this, people seeing my work, they starting to see my face now. They starting to recognize me.
Right.
So they say, hey, that's the camera girl.
Right.
Yeah. And they always know me to be lit. They always know me to be cool. Like I'm smooth. So it's like, that's just me. Like, that's just how I really move. So I gotta keep it going.
Right.
That's really it. I'm just be me, be real. That's everybody know me by. So when you see me, you see me. And if you don't, you don't. That's why I tell people you gotta catch me if you can.
So like, what are your hobbies? I know you have hobbies outside of photography.
I'm a very crafty person. Okay. I like doing stuff.
DIYs. Okay.
So I make my own soaps, like hand soaps and stuff.
Okay.
And I make homemade candles.
Okay.
So I sell those and all that. I started investing in making t-shirts and stuff, making like quick designs. I'll do like some little crazy little 1-2 and want to slap it on a shirt or something. There's a crowd for everything. So whoever gets it, gets it. If you don't, the next person will.
Right.
So, but yeah, I do all types of stuff. I make my own business cards. I make posters, flyers. I do all types of stuff.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
I do all types of
all
stuff.
around entrepreneur.
Drawing, painting, just everything. Okay. Everything.
Oh, that what's up. You go out to movies, bowling, skating, everything?
I ain't really been outside enjoying myself like that forever. I think the last time we went to Dave & Buster's, and that was like a couple weeks ago, and that was the first time I did that.
Yeah. You had the camera with you?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah, I knew that.
I did.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that. Cause you got like, so what you, what's this drive that you have? Like, what's the goal that you're trying to reach with this drive that you have? Like, far as with your photography and all the other talents that you have, what is your drive? What's the goal that you're trying to reach?
The goal that I'm trying to reach ultimately is just there's so many ways I can go with that. The first thing that came to mind was being that person, like, people they can depend on.
Okay.
Like, that has been, like, that's a natural thing to me. Like, it's just my nature that I'm just so prepared. Like, I pay attention to people and, like, especially the people around me, and I don't even keep a lot of people around me because it's a lot to actually get to know a person.
Why
like,
why you don't keep people around? That many.
Because not everybody is meant to be around me. Not everybody can handle the aura that I give. My energy is loud. Like, it's wholesome. So if you're not meant to be around me, it's gonna rub you the wrong way. You gonna act weird towards me. Like, it's
Yeah. Cause you feel like some people feel like, cause you're very live. Like,
yeah.
but
I'm very
positive,
lively.
but it's positive live. It's not the flamboyant, obnoxious loudness. It's not that. It's more of a, hey y'all, what's going on, man? What we doing today? Like, hey y'all, cheer up. It's that type of vibe.
Cause I like to. Everybody can have a smile on the face around me.
Right.
Cause especially if I'm extruding positive energy and I know it's loud, I know y'all can feel it. Like, when I come around, it's like a ray of sunshine, literally, cause I feel it just protruding off of me.
Right.
So when I be around people that's like, and I'm like, bruh, like, we finna go do this good shit. Like, you don't put a smile on your face, like,
Cheer up.
what you sitting here looking like that for, man? You better laugh about something. You better go touch the grass, something. I don't know, like, what's going on? Why we not happy and we got shit to be happy for? Like, there's too much shit going on in the world to keep a smile on your face.
Facts.
Like, for real.
Facts.
Like, regardless of what's going on out there, you gotta find what makes you happy. And I'm starting to learn that in life. Like, I'm there, and it's like, man, fuck all of that. Like, what makes me happy? What's gonna keep me going? What's gonna keep the engine going to make me want to get up the next day and want to go create something? Like, that's really what it's about. And not a lot of people, they so shaded and all that extra shit, they can't see the light. And the light right there.
Right. Yeah. And now you said some real spill, real spill. Because it's like, you have to, before you love anyone else or love anything or any item, you have to love yourself first. So it's like, nobody, no relationship, no friendship, no nothing can fix that or make you feel a certain way. You know, it's always going to start within yourself. So.
And it took me 2 years to isolate to really start moving towards that.
Lost a lot of friends doing that too at the same time.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That's the only thing about it. We're going to lose friends.
Oh yeah, do that, most definitely. But I was coming out of the military. I was fresh out of the military, and I was coming back here because this was originally on file, like, home, because this is where I shipped out from. And coming back here was like, I done been gone for like 4 years away from people I done went to high school with. Coming back, everybody's so different. We grown now, and it's like, y'all move so weird. Like, I gotta get my mind right. I just left from a whole different everything that y'all can't even fathom right now, and I'm coming back to stupid shit. Like, so yeah, I disappeared. I was gone for like 2 years and randomly started gradually popping up, and they like, I didn't know you was still here. Yeah. I've been around the corner this whole time. You ain't know. Right. But yeah, I literally stayed in the house. I had an at-home job for those 2 years, so I was really in the house. Like, I did not leave the house. I was right there in my room, walking around the house, going outside, getting sunshine, might go to the gas station every now and again. That was it. Yeah,
piggybacking off what you said a few ticks ago about you had to study the land before you popped out. That's some real spill, because it's like, especially dealing with, I'm talking about this city because this is where we at.
Yeah.
But Augusta dealing with this city, you have to test people out, test the waters with people in this city before you do any type of business with people, because this city talkative more than actually got stuff to prove.
And I might not have liked the way that I had to go through to learn Augusta. But I learned Augusta, and I know now, and I move cautious, very cautious.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely, and I knew off rip, this had to be one of those places you had to be like that. Like, I mean, I'd be like that any place regardless, but like Augusta, you definitely had to learn the land first before you came out here, because if not, people was gonna look at you crazy if you tried to come and do anything.
Mm-hmm.
They was gonna be like, bro, what you doing, man? Who are you? Like, I don't want no problem.
Yeah, you gotta move a certain way when you're in this city. Most definitely. Like, people gonna tell you what you want to hear.
We are. They tell you what you want to hear, but they ain't doing it.
I ain't doing a damn thing.
A
damn thing.
Not a thing.
Most
I done ran into it too many times.
I look at things like this now when it comes with me working with people in the city or just in general. I look at what you've been doing. I gotta see growth to work with people. Like, you can't be doing something for a certain amount of time to the point where you still doing this same thing for a certain amount of time, and there's no growth in it. And as far as that's with everything.
You know, I just said that. You in my brain.
So, like, that's no different in it. Like, because I've known guys even to this day been selling dope, and I was a kid, like 10, 11, 12 years old, and I go back to where I'm from, and they still out there selling dope.
What you doing, OG?
It's like no growth, but it's that same in some of these people that's not even OGs. They've been doing music, or they've been doing dancing, stripping, whatever lifestyle. They've been doing it for so long. It's like it's the same. You're in the same pace. It's no growth. Like,
see, and I can't. That's boring to me.
It's boring,
You're a square. Realistically, you're a square. If you wanna stay at that same lifestyle and don't wanna grow from that, you don't see nothing beyond that, then you're a square. And that's something that I can't be. Like, that's why I like to learn new hobbies. I like to learn new skills. I like to see new things. Like, I just never I could see myself just doing one thing.
Yeah,
forever.
And then like Like, it's 10 years in a decade,
you know?
so it's like it's 10 years in a decade. So it's like from that first year to the last year, like each year, every day you make yourself become a better person. But skill wise takes time. There's no different if you're going to college to learn a skill.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to college to learn a skill, it might take you longer to perfect it. Take it longer to perfect it, but you're still learning the skill, the same skill. Yeah. That's why a lot of people that record music or do things can open up studios and record music without actually going to school for it. Hair, cosmetology, makeup, all that.
I went to school for graphic design, and that was so boring to me.
You get what I'm saying? Compared to you,
it was so boring to me, and I'm sitting here like I'm in class, like I'm tuned in on the little webcam and all that
just
shit.
Can't get into
and
it.
I'm like dead inside, and I done bought a camera. I'm thinking about when I'm finna bust the camera out, when I'm finna start a photography business, and that's when it really clicked to me. Like, yeah, that's what it is. Like, I'm literally sitting in class and I'm editing photos. Like, what am I doing here? Like, this is
right. And I would say that to me, I feel like, see, with school, I went, like with music, I spent the first 10 years of my life recording and making beats. From 8 years old to 18, I was just making beats and recording. Then I went to school for it later on, just to try to, and then realize, like, damn,
just to have a certificate.
Yeah, just to have a certificate. Just realize, like, this shit I already knew. but it just they're telling me the technical term for everything, and they're
Yeah.
breaking down everything, what it really does, what it
And I
sounds
ain't
like.
gonna hold you. I feel like in a way they teach you how the white man like to hear it, how
Facts.
the white man like to see it.
Right, because the shit you going to school for, you use some of the stuff, but you don't use all that shit.
Don't beat me up about it, but that's how they teach you, and I mean, it's cool and all because I mean that just shows you how they see shit and realize that your shit is really different.
That's real shit though, but I mean that's no different than like you going to cosmetology school. They don't teach you how to do dreads.
Come on.
They teach you other
That's
American
something
traditional.
you gotta learn.
You have to learn
like
that
naturally.
Naturally.
Like
right.
that's not something you can teach because not everybody do it the same way.
Do it the same way, exactly. So I was saying exactly. Facts.
Come
That's
on.
Fact. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so before we slide off on NewbieVeT, how can they get in contact with you for bookings on photography, for waxes, soaps, great energy vibes, whatever? How they get in contact with you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at sweet_space_photos. It's all pink. You can't miss it. I promise you can't miss it. If you miss it, you just colorblind. And if you are colorblind, I'm sorry. But it's gonna be like a space font if you are colorblind. But it's all pink. And then you can find me on Facebook at Patrice Whitfield, and it's the same logo, all pink.
Fact. Any love you like to shout out?
Man, first and foremost, gotta shout out God. God's to shout out God for presenting the blessings and opportunities he has for me. I am way too blessed to be here. And I ain't gonna lie, this is a blessing. I'm grateful for anything that I do. Any place that I've been to, any room I done stepped at, any table I done ate at. Like, this stuff is too real to me, especially when I'm promoting my business. Like, I put my all into this. Yeah. So this is me.
Facts.
Gotta shout out my moms. Man, my mom's been there since day one. She was my first client, to be honest. Sure? When I got my camera, she was the first one. She was like, "You finna start it? Hold on, I gotta get some pictures." Like,
that's what's up.
She was the first person, so gotta shout out moms for sure.
A great support team.
Love that lady down. And even then, I still take her birthday pictures every year.
That was up.
Yeah, number one supporter. You gotta shout out to my dad. You know, mama, come on. But shout out to my dad, and cause he always saw the light in me. He always kept me going. Like, he always promoted the art. Like, my dad already knew since a little girl. You know, he would throw me a coloring book and some crayons, and he'll see how I color. He was like, yeah. you know,
you stay within the lines where you color.
Or sometimes I used to do like outside the lines designs and stuff like that. Make it like a whole. I would do the whole page. Okay. Yeah. That was so he used to see that in me. So my dad always been. That's my best friend. Like, I tell him everything. So gotta shout out Pops for sure. Shout out to the crew, man. YBL. Gotta shout out to Hummy for sure. Cause boy, it's been a long road with Homie for sure, and we only known each other for like 2 years. Right. But we done been places, we done did some shit together. We done seen each other develop. I ain't gonna hold you. Right. Like, shit's going crazy. Like, we going up for sure. Shout out to the little homie right here, you know. Gotta shout out the little Red, you know. Gotta shout out the little Brody. Like, the support system, honestly, like, everybody that love me, I love y'all, and I thank y'all for loving me. Like, for sure. And it's so many names. I don't want to sit there and somebody be like, "Oh, you forgot about me."
Oh, yeah, they're going to say that.
You know,
you ain't saying my name in the shout out. That's messed up.
You know, the people that love me, they know who they are. The people that love me, I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all so much for loving me. Because honestly, truly, if it wasn't for the love, baby, I wouldn't have been able to find the love for myself. Y'all showed me the person that I was and who I could be. And I love y'all for that, for sure.